Hi guys, welcome back to my newest video. I'm going to show you how I create these little notepads that I sell on my Etsy store and also at craft fairs. While you're first starting out in the world of crafts, it can be an easy item to actually create. Firstly, I print off the design using my Canon G6050 inkjet printer, using a good quality printer paper with a GSM weight of 80. I typically print off 4 memo pad sheets on an A4 piece of paper, and each of my pads has 50 sheets of paper, and it also includes a sturdy craft card back. I create the designs for these memo pads either using my iPad and Procreate or using the Wacom Cintiq 16 with Adobe Photoshop. To cut the pads, I've been using the HFS Hardware Factory Store Heavy Duty Cutter. I've had other cutters and also cut by hand using a knife, and so far this cutter is my favourite. It allows me to cut 200 sheets in one go, including the card back, and it keeps all the sheets equally cut. So all the pads are now cut and ready for gluing. So the few items you're going to need is obviously your notepad with a craft card back to give it some sturdiness, a small simple craft brush. I got this one as a spare in a paint by number. You also need your own choice in glue. Some people like to use Mod Podge. I tend to use very cheap PVA glue from the pound shop, which does the job really well. I put it in this little container just to make easier access. Also, make sure you have some spare cut off card. This is to protect the pads when you're actually gluing. And finally, some clips to hold everything together. My personal preference are these Bulldog clips, which you can get in many sizes. Okay, so firstly, make sure your pad's paper and the card backs are all lined up nicely. Then you're going to take some of the cut off spare card and place it at the top of the pad, leaving only a couple of millimeters from the top edge, and then clip it in place using those Bulldog clips. This is so the clips don't dig in and damage the paper on the pad. Now using that small craft brush, you're going to use your choice in glue and place a thin layer on top of the edge of the notepad. You need to make sure that you get right to the edges and also include that back piece of card, but not the front piece of card. I personally like to give the pads 6 layers in total. Once all those layers are dry, you can remove the Bulldog clips and that front piece of card and give your pad a test to make sure everything is stuck correctly. I like to place my pads in these cellophane bags so that they're already pre-packaged ready for my shop, but also it keeps them free from damage and any dirt. I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you did, please check out my other videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye!